Okay, so just to show that it does have some potential use, because I mean it sucked against the rompers, let's try demoing the axe against hanged scratchers. Here it comes. So long as you can get in the first hit and they're nice enough to attack you one at a time, it is somewhat useful, but I mean look at how many hits this is taking. It's one of those things that clearly there are better options you could use. And you are still likely to get hit if you don't time it just right. Hanged scratchers are really good about sneaking in hits. Come on, I know there's another one. Oh, case in point. Ow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it tried to hit me. 11, 12. Finally goes down to where I can stomp it after 12 hits? Yeah, there are better options to use, definitely. The axe just... it really should have been elsewhere to where it might have been more useful for a while. It's like I said last time, you have the hammer by this point, even if you're not using the special weapons, so the axe is just kind of... why bother? So now that we're out of the sewers and into the resort area of Silent Hill, it's time to start talking about what determines which ending you get. There are two key factors that control that, at least as far as the normal endings. And we're at one of those key points now. Here in the resort area, you might remember the first time I did the playthrough, I went to Annie's bar to save Dr. Kaufmann. Well, that's one of the key things. Saving Kaufmann determines whether you get a good ending or a bad ending. If you want the good ending, you have to go save Kaufmann at Annie's bar, go over to the Indian Runner to get the code for the Norman Motel, then go over there and do everything to find the Aglophidus. Missing out any part of that will instead give you a bad ending. So, yeah, since I already have the good ending, this time we're just going to be ignoring Kaufmann. He's kind of a jerk the first time anyway. Now, if you're so inclined, since there are some nice items to get at the Indian Runner and Annie's bar and all that, you can actually go through with all that part of it and just ignore getting the Aglophidus, and it still will give you a bad ending. Because apparently, even though he was the one who stashed it, Kaufmann can't find the Aglophidus on his own. Is this the right way? Yeah. So basically, if you want the bad ending, you can just run all the way down here to this road, go all the way down it until it gets to the point where the other world takes over, and that's kind of a point of no return. So, yeah, bye Kaufmann. Here in the amusement park, we find the other key event that affects which ending you get, and that is how you deal with Sybil. Now, it's not really known what in canon happened to Sybil. The creators have set her fates up to the interpretation of the fans. She's never been seen in the series since, though. So, it's up to you whether or not she survives and is just out living somewhere peacefully, or if this was actually Sybil's last stand. If you save Sybil, you get a plus ending. If, on the other hand, you kill her, you get a normal ending. Now, if you're interested in collecting items for ranking points, you can go ahead and get the plastic bottle and the red liquid even from the hospital. You just can't use it on her. Now, since she has a gun, that does make this a rather difficult fight. You can kind of run from her a bit to try and make her use up all her ammo. I think she has 15 shots. But if you run too far, she'll activate the carousel and start riding it around. The happy, cheerful carousel music just makes this thing all the more surreal. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh, God. Yes, be ready to run. You can kind of hide behind the horses a little bit, but don't count on it. For an optional fight, Sybil is probably the hardest boss in the game. As much as I love melee weapons, they're a big no-no for this fight. Getting close to Sybil is a bad idea. She is not afraid to pistol whip you. And it does more damage than you'd think it would. Oh, there you are. After you do enough damage to her, she'll throw the gun away. Don't think this makes the fight, makes her any less of a threat, though. She still likes to try to strangle you at this point. Reload, please. Thank you. Just get in as many shots as you can, and fast. And eventually she will go down. And, alas, that's the end of Sybil. Though at least unlike Lisa, Sybil's death is optional. And the happy carousel music just makes things all the more surreal. And after Sybil's untimely passing, Harry doesn't have anyone to confess to, and just goes on about his business. Okay, so here we are in nowhere, and I think at least 3 or 4 people asked for this one. What happens if you take the dagger and don't repair the chain? Dagger of Melchior Git, I'm sure we're safe in just walking away. Maybe not. Yeah, next time fix that chain.